Well, good morning. It's just a little past 10 in the morning on the 29th day of April, 2025. Happy birthday, Melody. And we're just getting underway. We're motoring out to the wind. It's been absolutely calm all day. We're supposed to have some winds starting about now, and I can see where the wind line is. It's right there. And so hopefully we'll be able to grab some wind here in a second. And we're headed to New London today, New London, Connecticut, up the Thames River. It's only about 21 miles today, so we'll be able to make it today. I'm fairly certain the winds are supposed to build throughout the day. We'll catch the tide wrong, of course, at the Thames, but it's not going to be that strong. With the winds we're going to have, we should be able to stem it with no problem. And if not, even with the motor, with the reduction gear that we have right now, we should be able to stem it with no problem. So we're about to make sail. It's a beautiful sunny day. Short one today. It should only be about 4 hours, touch wood. And we will be in New London. Here we go. Well, 11 o'clock and we've hit a lull. I always talk about the lunchtime lull, but it's a little early for that. There's just a touch of a breeze. I can just barely feel it. But it is supposed to pick up this afternoon and be a steady 12 mile an hour. Something like that. I forget what it was exactly it was calling it, but 10, 12, 14 mile an hour wind. So I guess we'll drift a little while. I mean, I do feel just a little bit. I was thinking about putting the spinnaker out, but I don't even think there's enough wind to carry the spinnaker right now. So that would be a lot of effort for nothing. So we'll drift, and hopefully within the next, I don't know, half hour maybe we'll get some wind back. If not, we'll just drift a little longer. Still a nice day. Well, it's 12:15, and guess where I am? I am coming back into the anchorage here at Clinton, Connecticut, here at Duck Island. And the reason for that is because it has gone absolutely flat. And the current was pushing me back towards New York, and I don't want to go that way. So I'm coming back in here. I pulled up the NAM forecast and was like, well, supposed to be wind out here this time of day, and they've updated the NAM forecast, and now it's going to be calm or all but calm. And so I'm motoring right now. I just pulled the sails back down and I'm motoring in with the electric power, and I may end up being here for a couple of days by the looks of it now. I'm just feeling just a whisper of a breeze now. It's just giving us a little puff, but it's absolutely flat out there. That's the weather for you. I just called there's a marina here. I'm going to try to get in, get some water and some gasoline, which is what I was going to do in New London. But I want to make sure it's a very small channel, and I want to make sure that it's deep enough for us and that I can get in there. And the lady I called, and the lady that I spoke to said, well, you got to talk to Chris, and he's at lunch right now, and it's by appointment only. So that gives me great confidence in what we can do here. So, but I guess I'll anchor up in the same spot and wait for his call, and either today or tomorrow I'll go in and hopefully get some gasoline so I can keep running this generator to keep the batteries up to run the motor. And well, we'll just see what we end up doing. But for right now, it looks like we're going to have a calm day to figure out something else to do on the boat. Yeah, sure would be nice to have those solar panels on board right now so I didn't have to worry about running the generator. But all things in time. So here we are, April 29th, and I don't guess we're going to sail anymore today, so we'll talk to you guys later. Well, everybody's going to think I'm absolutely crazy and haven't got a clue what I'm doing, but you know, when you're playing with the weather, you got to be fluid, right? Always told my flying students, my diving students, the people I've taught boat handling to, the sea and the air are fluids. And if you're going to live in them and operate in them, you need to think fluidly. So we went in, we anchored up, and I was just starting to relax, and like flipping a switch, the wind started blowing. And I'm like, what's going on here? So I grabbed my iPad and started looking at the Windy app again. And, you know, there's like 7 different wind models that they use. And the one I was looking at this morning was the NAM model. And, you know, typically I'll look outside, see what it's doing, and then I'll look at the different models and see which one is what's actually going on, and then that's what I'll base the day on. And when I got out and got becalmed and all of that, it was like, well, what's going on here? And I looked at some of the others, and it's like, well, who knows what we're gonna get. So I was drifting like crazy. The tide was coming in. So I was like, well, let's go back in and anchor, and we'll just take the day off. And I got anchored, and at 1 o'clock, 1:30, something like that, the winds started picking up again, and I started looking at the weather again. And all of the forecasts had been updated, and it's like, well, I bet you I can make it to New London this afternoon. If not, I'll anchor someplace else. And I got out here, and I've had an absolutely marvelous sail. It's currently, let's see here, let me look at my watch. It's currently 2:26. And the Orca app is saying I'm going to be there around 4 o'clock. So, got about an hour and a half to go. And that's pushing the current up the river to the anchorage that I'm going to in New London. So, go figure. But I'm happy. We're sailing. I was happy if I hadn't sailed, so, you know. It was a little frustrating, but I was still happy. But we're getting a good wind. We've got the current behind us now because the tide has changed. I was doing 8.8 knots over the bottom here just a little while ago, going through a short channel, and you know, with a little Venturi action going with the tide. What can I say? Gotta be fluid if you're gonna operate in a fluid environment. here we are, and yes, that is Skookum Lady on a dock. Go figure. I got here in time to be able to grab a slip for a couple of days so I can do laundry. I need to complete my water. I need to buy some gasoline for the generator. And I guess I need to put a sail tie on that mainsail. But I just took the first long hot shower that I've had in a month. Boy, did it feel good. So I'll be here for 2 nights, maybe 3, we'll see. But here we are. This is Thamesport Marina, or Thamesport Marina. I guess they call it the Thames here in Connecticut, not the Thames like they do in England. But we're the only ones here, basically. So, what a nice thing. New London, Groton across the way. Hoping I get to see a submarine.